In 1938, the concept of a luxury motorhome didn't really exist. Most people were traveling in basic cars on dirt roads. But for the ultra-wealthy, there was a machine that defied every convention of the era. It wasn't a camper, it was a rolling residence, designed for total autonomy. This is the 1938 Vagabond, a custom-built REO tractor, paired with a Curtiss Aerocar trailer. It is a radical statement of status and progress that looks like it was pulled straight from an Art Deco dream. Welcome back to Improve Autos. Today, we are going to look at the aviation-grade construction of the trailer, the unusual rear engine layout of the truck, and how this rig managed to stay in active service for over 50 years. This set is a singular experiment in automotive history, often valued around $2 to $3 million in the collector market. But the real question is, how did they achieve this level of luxury in 1938? Let's get straight into the exterior, because the engineering here is unlike anything else. Exterior and aircraft construction. The exterior of the Vagabond is a masterpiece of pre-war industrial design. The tractor unit is based on a 1938 REO cab-over-engine chassis. This was a surgical choice by the builders at Standard Carriage Works in Los Angeles. By using a cab-over configuration, they managed to reduce the overall length of the rig while maximizing the usable space for the driver and equipment. This wasn't a production line truck. It was a bespoke engineering solution tailored specifically to tow the Aerocar trailer. The chassis was extensively reinforced to handle the torsional stress of continuous heavy towing. But the real star of the exterior is the Curtiss Aerocar trailer. This trailer was designed by Glenn Curtiss, a legendary name in aviation. You can see the aircraft influence in every curve. The body is made of streamlined aluminum panels with smooth contours that look more like a plane's fuselage than a trailer. This aerodynamic shape wasn't just for looks. In 1938, engines weren't as powerful as they are today, so reducing wind drag was a surgical necessity to maintain highway speeds. The trailer features a wood and steel truss system that provided incredible structural strength while keeping the weight optimized. One of the most technically intriguing features is the pneumatic coupler hitch. Instead of a standard metal hitch, it used a pressurized rubber tire to cushion the connection between the truck and the trailer. This eliminated the vibration and harshness that was common in 1930s travel. The entire rig, with its skirted wheels and Art Deco lines, symbolized a unique intersection of engineering ambition and dignified presentation. It was a vehicle designed to be seen, representing the highest level of American innovation. Interior and mobile residence. Step inside the Curtiss Aerocar and you realize that this was never meant to be a recreational vehicle. It was a mobile residence. In an era where long-distance travel usually meant staying in low-quality roadside inns, the Vagabond allowed its owners to bring their entire home with them. The interior layout is a masterclass in efficiency and luxury. It features handcrafted wood paneling, polished brass fixtures, and Art Deco details that reflect the luxury expectations of the 1930s elite. The main lounge area is at the rear, featuring deep, comfortable seating arranged for socializing. Because it was designed for extended occupancy, the trailer includes dedicated sleeping quarters with real beds, not the thin foam pads you find in modern campers. The kitchen, or the galley, was fully realized with a porcelain sink, storage for fine china, and service areas that allowed for full meal preparation. There is even a dedicated dining facility where passengers could eat in total comfort while the world passed by outside. One of the most impressive parts of the interior is the storage. Every inch of the Aerocar was utilized, with hidden compartments and built-in wardrobes that allowed the owners to carry everything they needed for journeys that lasted months. The climate inside was managed by thick insulation and large windows that provided natural ventilation. This wasn't a cramped space. It was a dignified environment, with enough headroom and width to feel like a high-end apartment. The craftsmanship seen in the cabinetry and the furniture is a reminder of an era where quality was paramount. It was a space that offered total autonomy, allowing the passengers to travel vast distances without ever needing to rely on fixed accommodations. The performance and the mechanical evolution. The performance of the Vagabond is perhaps its most radical feature. In the 1930s, heavy trucks always had the engine in the front, but the engineers of the Vagabond made a surgical decision. They mounted the engine in the rear. By shifting the mass to the rear, they improved weight distribution and towing stability. It reduced the stress on the front axle and provided better traction, which was critical when pulling a large trailer at sustained speeds. The V12 era, 1938 to 1953. Originally, the Vagabond was powered by a white truck V12 gasoline engine. This engine produced 212 horsepower, which was an exceptional level of output for 1938. The V12 was chosen for its smoothness. 12 cylinders provided a balanced operation that reduced mechanical vibration, ensuring that the luxury interior stayed quiet and comfortable for the passengers. This engine stayed in service for over 250,000 miles, a testament to the surgical maintenance and high-quality engineering of the era. The Diesel Revolution, 1953 to 1991. In 1953, the rig underwent a major transformation. The V12 was replaced with a 300-horsepower Cummins engine. This move reflected the industry's shift toward diesel power. The Cummins engine provided superior torque and better fuel efficiency, which extended the life of the Vagabond by decades. This Cummins engine continued to power the rig until 1991. Think about that for a moment. This custom-built 1938 machine was in active service for over half a century. It wasn't a failure of the machine that ended its career, it was simply the end of an era. The mechanical robustness of the Vagabond is almost unbelievable. It was managed as a long-term investment, where reliability and smooth operation were the only goals. The honest truth and 2026 price value. So what is the honest truth about the 1938 Vagabond today? After its long service life, it was eventually recognized for its historical significance and was transferred to the Peterson Automotive Museum in 1998. It stands today as a landmark example of pre-war American innovation. Let's talk about the price. When this setup went to auction, it represented a singular artifact. You aren't just buying a vintage truck, you're buying a piece of history that anticipated the modern luxury motorhome by nearly 80 years. In today's market, a fully restored or well-preserved Vagabond set is valued around $2.5 million to $3 million. To most people, that price seems impossible for an 80-year-old vehicle that isn't even operational in some cases. But at Improve Autos, we look at this as an investment in a one-of-a-kind experiment. There was no mass production, no direct lineage, and no second version. This is the only one. Unlike modern RVs that lose value every year, the Vagabond is a blue-chip asset. Its value comes from its rarity and its story. It served a dignified role for decades and proved that the idea of a home on wheels was already being explored at the highest level of engineering long before it became mainstream. In the end, the 1938 Vagabond and Curtiss Aerocar stand alone in automotive history. It was a radical experiment that succeeded in every way. It provided luxury, autonomy, and durability in an era where those things were rarely found on the road together. It is a 15-ton reminder that the future is often imagined long before it becomes a reality. I want to hear from you. Does the $3 million valuation of this vintage rig make sense to you, or do you think modern engineering is always better? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this surgical deep dive into the roots of luxury travel, please hit the like button and subscribe to Improve Autos. We are pushing hard to hit our first 1,000 subscribers, and your support means the world to us.